Greetings, dear friends. Welcome back to another episode filled with warmth, tradition, and the rich flavors of Azerbaijani cuisine. Just take a look at this breathtaking view. The rolling hills, the endless green fields, and the crisp morning air. There's something truly special about village life where nature provides everything you need. Fresh wild berries straight from the bushes. What could be better? Sweet, tangy, bursting with flavor and completely untouched by anything but sunlight and rain. When you live in a village, you don't just cook. You gather, harvest, and savor every ingredient from the land itself. Are you ready for today's dish? Something unique, vibrant, and deeply rooted in Azerbaijani tradition, Kizil Pilaf. Let's dive into the magic of this extraordinary recipe. Kizil, Cornelian cherry, has been cherished in Azerbaijani kitchens for generations. It's not just a fruit, it's a remedy, a tradition, a taste of home. These vibrant red berries are transformed into jams, syrups, and even sauces, filling the kitchen with their tangy aroma. I still remember my grandmother's hands, stained deep crimson from simmering Kizil jam. The scent of bubbling fruit, sugar, and a hint of lemon would linger in the air for days. She always said, if you fall ill in winter, a spoonful of Kizil jam will bring you back to life. And we believed her because it always worked. For centuries, Kizil has been known for its healing properties. Packed with vitamins, it's the first thing our elders reach for when the cold season takes its toll. A steaming cup of tea with a dollop of homemade Kizil jam. It's comfort, warmth, and health in one sip. Over the years of cooking episodes on this channel, you've learned one thing for sure. Pilaf is a staple of Azerbaijani cuisine. You've seen countless regional variations. Pilaf with fragrant herbs, crunchy walnuts, tender beans, saffron-infused rice, dried fruits, and chestnuts. But today we're making something truly special. Pilaf with berries. This particular pilaf has its origins in regions where Kizil trees grow in abundance, such as the foothills of the Koksas and the lush valleys near Sheki and Ganja. For centuries, people preserved Kizil berries by turning them into jams, syrups, or drying them for use during the colder months. At some point, resourceful cooks decided to add these tart, vitamin-rich berries to pilaf, creating a dish that was both nourishing and unforgettable. The combination of Kizil and pilaf wasn't just about taste. It was about balance. The berry's natural acidity cuts through the richness of butter and lamb fat, making the dish feel lighter and more refined. I love diving into the history of Azerbaijani cuisine, uncovering the origins of these incredible recipes. Each dish carries a story, one shaped by the land, the climate, and the way people have lived for generations. Azerbaijani cuisine is a reflection of its regional diversity, with every valley, mountain, and village adding its own signature touch to traditional dishes. When you cook an Azerbaijani meal, you're not just following a recipe, you're stepping into a world shaped by customs, habits, and even the occupations of the people who perfected these flavors over centuries. Shepherds, farmers, traders, all left their mark on the way food is prepared and enjoyed. This is what makes cooking so much more than just preparing a meal. It's a journey through history, a way to connect with people and their traditions. Food is more than sustenance. It's a cultural imprint, a living memory of those who came before us. And through each dish we recreate, we keep those stories alive, bringing a piece of the past into the present. Just like this, I've made a whole collection of preserves for the future. Whether it's berries, herbs, or vegetables, these jars hold a little piece of the earth's goodness saved for later use. And today we'll be cracking open one of these jars, bringing that preserved taste to our pilaf. To enhance the acidity and add an extra layer of depth to the dish, I've tossed in a handful of salt. This not only balances the tartness of the berries but also helps preserve them, as salt creates a high salinity environment that prevents the growth of spoilage-causing bacteria. As a kid, I had one simple request whenever my mom served pilaf. I wanted my plate covered with gazmach. Not just a little, but a full layer of that golden, crispy crust, sealing in the fluffy rice beneath. And on top of it, tender lamb, glistening with juices paired with the sweet burst of dried fruits. That combination was pure magic. Gazmach is the golden, crispy crust that forms at the bottom of the pot when cooking Azerbaijani pilaf. It's one of the most cherished parts of the dish. This layer is created by placing a base of dough, egg wash, butter, or even thinly sliced potatoes at the bottom of the pot before adding the rice. As the pilaf cooks slowly, the bottom crisps up, creating a contrast between the tender, fluffy rice above and the crunchy, golden layer beneath. Since those days, I've never strayed from this tradition. No matter where I cook or who I cook for, I make sure my pilaf has a gazmach that's just right, thick enough to have a soft, buttery layer underneath, yet with a beautifully browned, crisp surface. That perfect crunch, the contrast between tender and crisp, is what makes Azerbaijani pilaf truly special. Wow, that's a lot to take in today. But if you're hungry for more insights into Azerbaijani cuisine, make sure to follow our Instagram page. Stay informed, stay inspired, and bring these flavors to life every single day. A golden signature on the pristine white rice, giving it a beautiful orange tint. Let it steam and cook for 30 minutes while I prep the meat. Time to prepare the lamb, cutting it down, trimming off the connective tissue, and getting it ready for the sauce. A good cut makes all the difference. Luckily, I have friends in the village who know where to get the best meat, so whenever I need something truly succulent, I know exactly where to go. Into the pan it goes, roasting in melted butter until golden and fragrant. I like to roast it slightly before adding onions. The effort we put into making food is just as important as the tools we use. High-quality kitchen utensils make all the difference. To maintain top-tier standards in your kitchen, check out my online shop. You'll find sturdy knives, handcrafted wooden bowls, rustic cups, and of course, high-quality cutting boards. Simply scan the QR code and you'll be transported straight to the shop. Get yourself the tools that make cooking an absolute joy. Adding the onions, allowing them to soften and infuse along with their natural sweetness. We let everything simmer, giving time for the flavors to melt beautifully. Mixed well, the onions have wilted down, turned golden brown, and absorbed all that richness. Now, should we serve the rice? Just look at this, sun-kissed grains with that gorgeous yellow hue. The sauce has thickened, glossy and rich, absolutely perfect. I can't wait to taste this. The first bite is always unforgettable and irreplaceable in its strength. Tender lamb, tart kizal, caramelized onions, buttery rice, a balance of richness and acidity, warmth and depth. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon to stay connected with Wilderness Cooking. Be the first to know when a new recipe drops. And with that, we've reached the finish line. Thank you for being part of this bold culinary adventure. I appreciate every one of you who joins me on these journeys. This was Wilderness Cooking, my friends. Until next time, stay inspired, stay creative, and most importantly, keep cooking.
Kanalımıza destek olmak istəyirsinizsə, onlayn mağazamızdan xüsusi bıçaq və ya taxta qablarımızı əldə edə bilərsiniz. Mağazanın linki videonun altındakı təsvirdə var. Super!